Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's November 25th, 2025, terrific Tuesday. And you know what that means. It's time to dive into the archives for another training paper. Today, we're looking at something that's all about lives, understanding what makes language tick, especially Spanish. The title is PUCP-Metrix, the comprehensive open source repository of linguistic metrics for Spanish. And the title is Galaxy, or by DADSAV 11.17412. It's long. Okay, so let's get into it. What is this thing, PUCP-Metrix, and why should we care? Well, you know how these giant AI language models, like the ones that run articles or power chatbots, can sometimes feel like a total black box. They give you an answer, and it's usually a good one. But we don't always know why it chose those specific words, or that particular sentence structure. It just works. This paper is trying to solve that problem of interpretability. It's about creating a tool that can analyze a text and break it down into hundreds of tiny, measurable pieces. Think of it like a super detailed blood test for a piece of writing. Instead of just saying this text is healthy, it tells you the exact levels of everything, from vocabulary diversity to emotional tone. And this tool, PUCP-Metrix, is specifically built for the Spanish language. So what does it actually measure? Well, it measures a ton of stuff, 182 different things to be exact. But let's have basic stuff first, what they call descriptives. Like how many words, sentences, and paragraphs are there? What's the average sentence length? Simple enough, right? Then gets way more interesting. It measures lexical diversity. This isn't just about how many different words are used, but it looks at the ratio of unique words to total words, and even breaks it down by nouns, verbs, adjectives, and so on. It also has a whole section on readability. This is huge for our everyday life. It uses formulas like the Flesch Grade Level adapted for Spanish to figure out what educational level someone would need to understand the text. This is a children's story, a legal document. This tool can tell you, even has a metric called honest statistic, which measures vocabulary richness by looking at words that appear only once. But no, like my motivation to do the dishes. It appears once, and it's a habit legomenon for the rest of the week. Right. Moving on. What really caught my eye, though, is the psycholinguistic category. This is where it gets super cool. The PUCP analyzes words based on how humans perceive them. It measures things like H-Bensis meaning, does a word refer to a real physical thing? Like light table, an abstract idea like justice, imageability, which is how easily a word can create a mental picture. Applying has high imageability. Theory has low imageability. And it even measures valence and arousal. Valence is the emotional positivity or negativity of a word, like happy versus sad. Arousal is the emotional intensity, like calm versus nasty. So this tool isn't just counting words. It's trying to measure the cognitive load of a text. That's a pretty big deal. Now, how does this compare to other technologies? Like Metrix and multi-assertist. Basically, those are the older models. They do a good job, but PUCP-Metrix is just more. It is 180 metrics, while the others have 48 on 149. And it has entire categories the others don't, like semantic cohesion, which measures how related sentences are to each other. And that whole psycholinguistic dimension I was just talking about. So, it's like the other tools give you a basic checkup, but PUCP-Metrix gives you the full code scan and a detailed report from psychologists. Okay, well, what's the point? How is this useful in the real world? The paper tested it on two really important tasks. First, automated readability assessment. This is basically teaching a computer to tell if a text is simple, intermediate, or advanced. The models they built using these metrics were incredibly accurate, hitting over 97% on the simple versus complex task. The second task is even more relevant today, non-generated text detection. Can you tell if an essay was written by a human or an AI? This is where it gets fascinating. The tool is really good at this. The metrics it provides help to machine learning models to distinguish between human and AI writing. And get this, for spotting human-written text, the model using PUCP-Metrix actually performed better than a huge, powerful language model called readability. That suggests that while big AI models are great at understanding context, these specific, nitty-gritty linguistic features can sometimes be better at catching the subtle fingerprints of human writing, or the lack thereof in AI writing. So, let's talk about some other specific applications. First, chatbots and dialogue systems. Imagine you're talking to a customer service bot. The bot could use PUCP-Metrix to analyze your messages in real time. Are you using simple words? Or your sentence is short? Does your language have a negative emotional valence, suggesting you're frustrated? And that could then adapt its own language to be simpler, more reassuring, and more helpful, creating a much better experience. Second, let's think about text summarization. Say you have an AI that summarizes long news articles. You want that summary to be easy for anyone to read. The AI could generate a summary and then use PUCP-Metrix to check its readability score. If the score is too high, meaning it's too complex, the AI can rewrite the summary with simpler words and shorter sentences until it hits the target reading level. And the third one, machine translation. When you translate something from, say, English to Spanish, we don't just want it to be grammatically correct. You want it to sound natural. The translation service could use PUCP-Metrix as a quality check. We could analyze the translated Spanish text to see if the sentence complexity, the word choice, and other psycholinguistic properties, like imageability and emotional arousal, match what a native speaker would typically write. This could help get rid of the robotic feeling you sometimes get from automated translations. So, to wrap it all up, PUCP-Metrix is this incredibly detailed, open-source toolkit for Spanish that lets us dissect language in ways that were previously very difficult. It's helping us build more transparent AI, create better educational tools, and even spot the difference between human creativity and machine generation. It's a fantastic resource for anyone working with open Spanish. Anyway, that's all the time we have for today. Super interesting stuff. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Catch you in the next one.